Solar batteries. I am from Cebu, and on this video I will try to explain the difference between a gel type solar battery and a LiFePO4 battery. So this video is intended for my family and my wife for them to troubleshoot uh, my solar DIY as I have made it my own, and in terms there will be times that I won't be available and they need to troubleshoot what I have made. They will have a reference video during troubleshooting and checking it. So, going on, this is a gel type battery. I will try to show you its the difference physically, and in my end, the three items I consider as the most important considerations on choosing between these two batteries. So first, you can see that gel type battery is solid. You cannot check anything. It just shows a positive and a negative uh, connection that you can connect. In terms of weight, it's very heavy. It's around 10 to 15 kilos for a gel type battery. So this one is 10 amperes, I mean 100 amperes. So in terms of size, it's quite big for a size of a gel type. So this is my LiFePO4 battery. This one is assembled. There are already pre-built LiFePO4 batteries that you can buy for, but in my end this one is assembled. As you can see, I use a tall box as a casing for my LiFePO4 batteries, and inside of it, just try to open it. It's a prismatic LiFePO4. So there are different types of prismatic LiFePO4 batteries. In my end, choose prismatic. So as you can see here, this one is a square batteries, and it's connected to each other. There are 8 of it inside, but if you will be having 12 volts batteries, you will need only 4. So in my end, I have 24 volts. So I'll just create another video to detail out how to create your own LiFePO4 battery pack. But first, let's just compare these two. So first, you will have prismatic batteries inside. Another thing that you need is BMS, or battery management system. This one will manage the charging and discharging of your battery pack. And the third one is the active balancer. Active balancer will consider balancing your batteries. So say for example, this one is will be have a lower voltage than the other three, or yeah. So the purpose of active balancer is to make sure that every and each batteries have the same voltage to prevent damage on a specific battery that is always being low voltage than the others. So I think I added this connector, but basically these three are the major components for your LiFePO4. So as you can see, there are several components for LiFePO4, and for gel type batteries, there's just the battery itself. So we'll try to explain my 3 important things that you need to consider when you choose these 2 types of solar batteries. So these are the 3 things that you need to consider, or in my end, the top 3 important things that you might consider on having gel type and LiFePO4 battery. Before I proceed, by the way, you might think why am I having 2 types of batteries? So first, I have gel type when I started my DIY, and later on I moved to LiFePO4 batteries. So these are the difference. Number 1 is the cost. Number 2 is the DOD, or depth of discharge. And the last thing is cycle. So these three is the major considerations that you need to think whenever you choose those two kind of batteries. So for the cost, for gel type, say for example 100 amperes is around 6,000 based on checking on the cost online. And for LiFePO4, in my end I assembled it, so uh, you might check another price for pre-build, for but in my end, for the battery pack it's around 8,500 and 1,800 for the BMS and around 700 for the balancer. So basically, it cost me around 11,000 for to assemble a prismatic battery, 100 amperes. So it might vary, but most probably the difference of the price will be like this. So as you can see, in terms of cost, LiFePO4 is quite expensive compared to gel type. And the second one is the DOD, or depth of discharge. So basically, your battery, you cannot use it entirely, the capacity of it. So if you have 100 amperes battery, you cannot just use everything of it. There's a depth of discharge, or there's a limitation. So for gel type, you can only use, the recommended usage of it is around 50%. So meaning you can use only 50 amperes if you have 100 amperes battery. You don't want to use more of it, though you can, but it might damage, or it will damage your battery. It might heat up or bloat due to over discharge. And for LiFePO4, the recommended is around 80%. So basically, if you have 100 amperes, then you can use around 80 amperes of it. So as you can see, there's already an advantage in terms of usage of the capacity of your batteries. So you might experience it whenever there's no charging already from your solar panels, and you're just using your battery already or only, then you cannot use more from your gel type compared to your LiFePO4. So that's one advantage of LiFePO4. And the more amperes that you will have for your battery, 200, 300, 200 plus or more, the more amperes you cannot use for your gel type compared to your LiFePO4. So if you will have 200 amperes, then you can only use 100 amperes of it for gel type. So that's the difference for gel type and LiFePO4 depth of discharge. And the last thing is the cycle. So gel type, based on information from internet, is around 500 to 5,000 cycle. So what is a cycle? Cycle is the number of discharge and charging of your battery. So for example, if you will discharge your battery up to 0, then that's a one cycle. So one charging and discharging, that's one cycle. So for gel type, it's 5,000 to 500 to 5,000. But based on experience of other solar users, gel type only have a lifespan of around 5 years maximum. So that's the lifespan of gel type. Think of it that one day, if you have one cycle, then it would be 300 cycle a year. But I don't think you will only have one cycle per day. So that's for gel type. For LiFePO4, the cycle is around 4,000 to 6,000 based on my prismatic batteries. But there are other LiFePO4 batteries that can have a cycle of around 10,000, and based on other solar users, LiFePO4 batteries can have a lifespan of 7 to 10 years. So that's the other advantage for LiFePO4. It's a lifespan. So as you can see, there's only one disadvantage for LiFePO4, the cost. But I think that's not too much compared to its advantages. So that's why I moved to LiFePO4 batteries. And uh, that's everything in my end that I think you should initially consider having LiFePO4 or gel type battery for your solar setup. So I hope this video will help you for your decisions. Will help this your family members for during troubleshooting, and they will know what is the depth of discharge of your batteries, and how long will how long should it be used before being replaced. So those two things, uh, consider it as a reference.